one, and then... You gonna start, or do you want me to start?
You start.
Salutations.
Okay.
My name is Adam. I'm a member.
Yes.
I'm Sarah. This is Chatting with TAC, Season 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Jamie's still here. Say hi. I don't need to be in the middle of it. So, anything what do you want to talk about first?
We'll talk about upcoming events first.
Okay, what do we got? I got a calendar.
Alright, so...
This one's Cupcake Wars.
Cupcake Wars is coming up.
Yeah, registration did close, but we are excited. I hope I'll get some nice pictures we can post of actual cupcakes, because this year should be fun.
And we've also got...
Book Bunch is on the 13th, Monday.
What's this month's theme? It's not written down there. Do you know what it
True
is?
crime.
True crime.
And,
Yeah.
It's called Nerd Herd now.
Yeah, we did switch it to Nerd Herd, because we thought that would encompass the movies and the TV that we always talk about, along with the books. And then we are going to do true crime or murder mystery. It doesn't necessarily have to be true. Just, you know, everybody's dead.
We've also got Family Movie on the 8th, which you skipped. It is Romeo and Juliet.
That's my favorite version of Romeo and Juliet. It's those little garden gnomes. They're good. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And...
What other movies are we doing?
We've got 10 Things I Hate About You.
Also a super solid, good movie.
And we've also got...
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
Yes, which I promise this time is the right one. The one we tried to watch in September somehow or another. I didn't even know that they had made a made-for-TV remake of Dirty Dancing until I put it in the machine and it wasn't the right movie. And I was like, what?
I've never seen either one.
Well, we didn't even bother watching that one because nobody wanted to watch the crappy version of what is a really, really fantastic movie. But yeah, that's what if you couldn't tell, February's theme was romance.
We've also got Teen Game Night and Family Game Night.
Those should be fun.
Yeah.
I like games. We've played Monopoly a lot lately, so maybe we'll do that again. We'll see.
Alright, next we're going to talk about books.
Okay, what you got?
This is a book that I am reading right now. It's about...
What's the title for those of
it's
us who
called
can't see it?
Sunkissed.
Mm-hmm.
By Casey West.
We have quite a few of her books.
It's about music, a lot of music, and it's got a little bit of romance in there.
Always a good choice.
So if you like those, then you should probably read this. It's a really good book. And I'm also reading this, The Elements of Songcraft.
Oh, that sounds like work.
I highly recommend this for people who write songs. It also like dissects popular hits, like Maroon 5 and Ed Sheeran and DNCE.
Some of those are a little more, like, if you get into it, they're a little more interesting than you think when you listen to them, like, on the radio.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It tells about how to write different songs, different styles.
I am reading a book called Finn the Half Great.
The half great?
Yes.
Does that mean he's only half great?
He's
What's the other half? Is he, like, half terrible?
He's not a giant,
Oh.
but he's not small either. So he's half great.
Okay.
He is good at fighting with sword. And,
Okay.
And he is on a quest to save his wife because she was captured by enemies.
Oh.
Small people.
Like, small people or like small people or like normal sized people that are small because he's like part giant.
I think they're smaller than...
Because like giants would think we were normal people, but
I think they're smaller than normal people.
Okay.
But they are fast, and so they can kill giants
Okay, cool.
who are slow.
That makes sense, because, I mean, like I said, the giants would think almost everybody is a small person. So, like, is it, like, really small people or just, like, short people? Okay, that's cool. That's different. I am currently, I'm not reading anything right now. I finished my Tom Felton book. Super awesome. Highly recommend if you have any interest at all in either Tom Felton or Harry Potter. He did a good job. And I haven't started a new one yet. I have one my sister really wants me to read. She's being very annoying about it, which is kind of funny because that's usually me, not her, so I guess it's kind of cool. But I haven't started it yet. I did take it home, though. Like, it made it all the way to my house. So, we're getting there.
What's it called?
More Happy Than Not. It's an Adam Silvera book, I think. I think it's who wrote it. I don't know. We've had it on the shelf forever. And everybody I've ever known who has read it liked it. I just had never gotten around to it. I don't read much that isn't a picture book. Mostly because I don't have a lot of time outside of, you know, picture book reading. So, but yeah, no. Like I said, I finished Tom Felton. But
alright. Do we have anything to say about Valentine's Day?
I don't.
I don't either.
You have no opinion, like you like it or you don't like it? Because, like, some people really like Valentine's Day. Like, it is the holiday. And some people really hate it. Like, I had one group when we first started my first batch of teens. They were so against the general idea of Valentine's Day that we did a bloody Valentine's Day where we should do this again. It's been a long time. We matched the killer to the killer couple to the crime spree. We matched the wound to the weapon. There was another game we played, pin the wound on the victim. That one was kind of fun. We watched Bonnie and Clyde, which we probably shouldn't have watched, but, you know, Jamie didn't know what she was doing yet. And, you know, that kind of thing. It was kind of cool.
I don't actually celebrate Valentine's Day. Don't really have much to say about it.
We're one of the few people that don't.
Okay. Like I said, there's no wrong answer. It's just, like, usually there's no, like, middle ground. It's one of those weird ones. Like, you either really like it or you really hate it. So, okay, you don't have to like it.
I know the history of Valentine's Day, though.
Mm-hmm. I mean, some of it's kind of interesting because it is from it's like a saint, you know, and actually, like, there was at one time there was, like, a reason outside of, like, the Hallmark greeting card industry for Valentine's Day, and there's the Valentine's Day Massacre, which is pretty cool. Not cool in a, like, good way, but, like, interesting in one of those historical time periods where a lot of things were happening all at the same time, and, like, the mob was really doing stuff, and, like, organized crime was a thing, and, you know, they had those, it was like they first gotten the machine guns, and we were all excited about it. That's how we got Bonnie and Clyde, which is how we got to Bloody Valentine's Day that one time.
So, I think sometimes we do make cookies for Valentine's Day, though.
Hey, cookies are always good. I like cookies.
We don't really get candy, though.
Oh, my mom still does candy for everything. 4th of July, Flag Day. And, you know, Easter, Halloween, and Valentine's Day like you'd expect, but...
Speaking of Bloody Valentine's Day, we also have a murder mystery coming up.
Yes, information will be available about that pretty soon. I gotta get a flyer going. We gotta figure out our timeline of when people can register for it. That will be open to all adults. TAC is developing a story that may or may not be understood by those adults who come. We'll see how it goes.
I think it will be really fun.
Well, yeah, this is the first time you guys have done that, right? You ever done anything else like that with the whole, like, acting thing? 'Cause...
Nope.
Yeah.
I guess I'm mostly just performing in it, though, like guitar. So, I have done a little bit of that before.
Yeah.
I play a small part in it.
We try when we make, because we create our own storyline. We don't buy a script or anything, which, depending on how this year goes, I might give up and we might start script in it. But I say that every year, so we'll see what happens. But the nice thing about building it ourselves is that a lot of times we try to make sure that our characters are basically us, just like a little extra, a little more, a little louder, a little more dramatic, a little more just annoying. Like,
that makes sense for people who haven't acted before.
Like, it makes it easier too to like stay in character all night, because since we don't really have a script, it's all mostly like you improv and reactions to questions and people and the things that are going on. And personally, as a person who didn't act before we started doing this, it's a lot easier if I just gotta be me, only louder. But yeah, that one's cool. That one will be fun. Anything else? Bloody or interesting?
I have read some bloody books a lot.
Ooh.
I really
got?
like the author Natasha Preston. They're really good books.
What does she write?
She wrote The Lake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have that.
I was gonna say we have that one. Yeah, that one we have. Yeah, I don't read a lot of murder mystery stuff, just because reading it usually gives me nightmares. I like, and I don't like true crime. Like if it actually happened, it's a little too freaky. I'm not a big fan of that. But I do like a good like murder mystery TV show. Those are fun. Like I like that kind of thing. But no,
true crime is actually kind of boring to me.
Why?
I just don't like historical stuff.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think the more historical it is, the more interesting I find it, because some of it is, some of it's kind of cool. But
I usually read fantasy books.
I haven't done fantasy in a long time. At least not super regularly. I did. I think one this summer, but it was an adult book.
I'm into books about bands, like I showed, because they inspire me greatly.
It is always good, yeah. We have a couple down there in teen that are...
I think I've read them all.
Probably, because there aren't too many of them. And so, yeah.
But I do get others from the consortium.
That is nice. We do like that ability to interlibrary loan and borrow things. Because, I only got so much money, and I only got so much shelf space, and it's nice to tap into other people's things.
We also have, the library also has a great selection of CDs.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really order those. I do have a couple handful, I think they're in my office, of new ones I ordered. Because you probably requested them. Somebody requested them.
Most likely.
So most likely you. But they haven't made it downstairs for cataloging yet. So I'll have to do that. Figure those out. But yeah, we do CDs. We do a lot of movies. We have a lot of TV shows. We got a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like just straight up a lot of stuff here. Let's see, what else can we talk about? It's like stupid cold outside, and I know that because it's kind of cold in here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you walk here today?
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, see, I don't think I'd like to do that in frigid temperatures. Especially with no snow. Like, if it's going to be this cold, there should be snow.
It warmed up from the morning. I had to take the dog out, and it was very cold.
Well, yeah, okay, that's a plus side, that it did get warmer. And it's also the plus side of having a cat. I don't have to go outside to go to the bathroom. Like, I haven't had the dog sit in a long time either, so I haven't had anybody. It's just my monster of a cat. Oh, he's awful. He's just awful. He climbs up on everything. He attacks your feet. You know that my feet is like the only spot on my whole body that doesn't have like extra padding. No, you probably didn't. You probably didn't notice that. But like, it's like there's nothing there to bite except bone, and it hurts a whole lot. Because that's what he always goes after, like right there at the top of your foot. It's horrible. And he's on all my shelves, and he's knocking everything over, and he hadn't done it in like a month, so I started putting stuff back. And all week this week, he'd been knocking stuff off, driving me nuts. But he still goes to bed with me every night, and he's all warm and snuggly, and so that's nice. Just the one dog, then?
Mm-hmm.
Must make your house quiet. No? Your house isn't quiet?
The dog barks a lot. At nothing. A lot of the time. At least when I look out the window, I don't notice anything.
Yeah, it's usually... What kind of dog?
I think it's an American Pit Bull Terrier.
Oh, cool.
And he acts like a cat sometimes, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a cat before Cappy, Bob. He didn't really act much like a cat. But my parents' beagle was always a little bit more, kind of cat-like. Because, like, he was the one who was up on top of everything and, getting into stuff. And Bob never did that too much. Especially after he broke the Christmas tree. The year he broke the Christmas tree, he kind of gave up.
You know what we forgot to talk about is winter reading.
We did. Yes, you should mention that. What is winter reading?
So you take some raffle slips and write down, like, the book that you read.
Doesn't have to be a book, anything with a title.
Yeah.
I've been known to accept chapter titles.
And you have to get the librarian's signature on it.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that necessary?
We do that one mainly because, generally, I think that's how they did it before I started. I don't remember for sure. But that's, like, the one slip that you don't get from a, staff member, from a person. Like, that's the one that we keep out all the time, and so, like, that's just some kind of, it's just a little bit of insurance to make sure you're not lying, but really, we're not going to know one way or the other too much. We mostly rely on you to, not be jerks too much, but, like I said, that one summer, I think it was the summer Hannah and Ashley were trying to see who could read the most get the most number of reading slips. And they hoarded them till the end, and I told them I wasn't going to sign it, so they took my name stamper and stamped their own. So, I don't know, we could probably eliminate the signature. We'll have to talk about that at TAC.
You can also get slips from attending events.
Yes, when somebody reminds me to take them downstairs. Mm-hmm.
Before you do all that, though, get all the slips, then you have to sign up at the front desk.
It's super easy. They ask you your name, your phone number, and what grade you're in. And that's it. You're done. Which is about what we do for I Did a Read, too. Which is very similar. Only for I Did a Read, you just track the number of minutes. And I'm telling you, if the teens don't beat the adults this year, all year you'll hear about it from me.
I was trying to do it last year, but I usually forgot.
Yeah, it happens a lot, the forgetting.
Don't you get a pizza party if a group wins?
Yes, the age group that wins gets a pizza party and prizes. This year we're adding in the person who reads the most, turns in the most number of minutes from each age group will get a small gift card. The friends approved it, but I don't remember how much it was. Probably $10 or something like that.
What's the gift card for?
Oh, probably Barnes & Noble. I could probably look it up. I think I have it saved. Because I got Barnes & Noble gift cards to go in the big prizes. And we'll, do those by raffle. Either on, either by attending the party or, I think this year we'll do one for the people who attend and one for the people who can't attend because it's on a weird weekend. But that was based on, there was no other weekend in the schedule, and that's what we did. And so I think we'll do it. It won't be you have to be present to win. But I will make sure that the ones who get added to the raffle bucket for the not present is people who actually participated, actually turned things in. But yeah, that one's usually fun because the teens and the adults get really competitive. Like, the adults get super competitive. I think it's like the only fun they have all year or something because they really, really get into it. And then the poor kids, there's only ever like 5 of them who sign up, and they get most of their minutes from story time. And like, so we're hoping that small gift card for the person who like reads the most in each age bracket helps motivate the kids a little bit more into active. I'd like to see them, I mean, they aren't necessarily as likely to win as the adults or the teens, just because the teens and the adults get so into it and they do so much. But it'd be kind of nice to see them put in a little bit more of a fighting chance. Here we go, friends request. Because I gassed them for all kinds of stuff. The Cupcake Wars prizes, the winter reading prizes, the I Did a Read prizes, the writing contest. We had all kinds of stuff. Yeah, the Cupcake Wars, we've got good prizes. Winter reading, yeah. We'll do 2 Barnes & Noble gift cards, $25 each, plus some other things. Here, I Did a Read. Winners. There are 2 Barnes & Noble gift cards, $50 each for the winners from whoever is in the winning age group, and 3 Barnes & Noble gift cards at $15 each for the person who reads the most from each age group. So even if your age group doesn't win, you'll still have a chance at winning something, just depending on how much effort you put in. And remember, since it's minutes, I don't care what you were reading or what you were doing, just it could be for school, it could be for home, it could be whatever. That there's just got to be words.
So, do we have any like open position in TAC?
Like open empty seats? No. No. We're sitting at, well, I think technically we're sitting at 18 people, but officers voted that since we do that a lot in the winter. Like, when things are going well and we've had some turnover and stuff, it's like, well, we're just going to leave it like this till spring or till, like, recruitment starts again, rather than to bring people in when, like, the year's half over and whatnot. So, but right now, I mean, we're sitting pretty good. Things are going pretty well for the most part. Mm-hmm. I mean, we got a couple that might drive me to, finally go to the loony bin, but it'll be fine. I mean, Ashley didn't kill me. I think I'll be okay. Man, that girl couldn't talk. She'd talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. She doesn't listen to this, so I can say what I want to. But, yeah, she do.
She might start listening to it.
She probably will, because I said that. No, Ashley was good. She was really helpful in a lot of things, but meeting nights didn't focus well. But no.
What's next month's special event?
Next month, I think we're going to I think we said crafting. I'll have to double check the agendas. But I'm pretty sure we're going to do a crafting event, probably on the 6th. Because the nice thing about March is that it's exactly the same as February, which I like. So it'll probably be, I think it's March 6th. I think we're going to do some crafting, because we were trying to make things easier on TAC since the end of March, the 31st, is Murder Mystery. And so most of the month is held, like, taken up by murder plans and murder prep and murder practice, and my whole calendar just says murder all over the place.
And the movie theme is superheroes?
Musicals.
Oh.
Yeah, musicals in March. Superheroes, I think, was May. Yeah. Or maybe April. April or May. We are doing superheroes. Because we were... I can't remember, Cambria, I think, somebody was very specific on which Superman we were allowed to watch. And I said I didn't care because I don't really do superheroes, but...
I think it was Spider-Man, actually.
Mm-hmm. It was had to be Tobey Maguire, right? It was, yeah, that's what it was. I was like, okay, whatever. I mean, personally, honestly, I liked the Andrew Garfield ones, but, I mean... Mm-hmm.
We watched a Spider-Man recently that was terrible.
I liked it.
It was Tom Holland.
I like him. He's adorable.
The acting.
Well, I mean,
was
I can say
terrible.
adorable, but
And they had so many jokes that I could tell were supposed to be funny, but they weren't funny at all.
I liked. I mean, it was kind of slow at first, but I liked it later on.
Was it like the first one or the second or
was
third one?
No
Because
Way
haven't they
Home.
done quite a few? Oh, which one's that? The last
I
one?
think it was. I think it's the
Or the-
last one or the middle one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really. I somehow missed the whole superhero thing. I don't really do too many superheroes. But I mean, if you do, more power to you, because it's very convoluted. You can like understand how everybody connects. Like, that's a pretty good brain.
I didn't really care about superheroes either.
No. I missed that one. I was really into Harry Potter. I can still beat you at trivia, but like...
I don't like Harry Potter at all.
I mean, a lot of times they don't let me play because I know the answers. But I really didn't do superheroes. Wasn't.
I don't get the hype in Harry Potter at all. Because it's like really old too.
Okay, so first of all, it's not really old.
It's really old.
You can probably start calling it old because it was based in the 90s and written in the 90s and the early 2000s, but considering that that's when I would have been your age and ish younger, I don't think we should call it really old.
For some reason, I thought Harry Potter was written before then.
Yeah.
Like 60s.
No. It's probably because it's British and they're a little more like staid, like straightforwardish. But no, she did most of her writing, I think, I think most of it was the 90s. The last couple of books were, I was in high school, so they would have been in the early 2000s, but then the movies took forever because, the movies, and they started when, like, by the time the third or fourth book, definitely the third book was out, but I don't know about the fourth one yet. I can't remember for sure. But, no, I think they're fun. Anything else you didn't like? Anything else you want to call really old that's probably only a little old?
Well, Lord of the Rings is old.
Oh god, that one was boring.
I actually
It wasn't boring.
liked it a little bit.
Okay.
I didn't read the books though.
I read the books.
I tried.
Also-
I tried The Hobbit. That one, I tried that one 3 or 4 times because somebody got it for me for Christmas. And I wanted to give it a go. And I just,
Hobbit is actually better than Lord of the Rings. in
I
my
agree.
opinion.
the movies, oh my god. Every one of them put me to sleep. It's like the Fast and the Furious with the humming of the engines. That one puts me to sleep too.
The thing I didn't like about the Lord of the Rings movie was they added some stuff to it.
Oh, they always add something.
Yeah.
It's usually something stupid.
And they left some of the good parts out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that happens a lot.
But overall, I liked both the movies and the books.
Well, more power to you. Those were
Those
were not great.
I must like boring books.
Yeah, you do.
Well, somebody has to read the boring ones.
I mean, they're kind of popular, so I guess not
They
everyone
are,
thinks they're boring.
No, a lot of people like them. I have quite a few friends who really enjoyed them, but I just couldn't. I had trouble with the Terry Pratchett books too. I never could get into those either. Good thing Ellen doesn't listen. Oh, he was her favorite. He's always talking about it, and I mean, I like the quotes she posts on Facebook, but I just couldn't do. I tried a couple of the books. It didn't. Yeah. I think we've weeded out most of them because I don't think anybody liked them anymore. But anything else?
Speaking of Facebook,
There you go.
we have social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, of course.
Mm-hmm. We do have a Pinterest page.
Pinterest.
We usually, it's mostly we keep like craft and art ideas and stuff there. But if you're interested, take a look at it. We used to have a Twitter. I stopped paying attention to that a long time ago. But yeah, we've got the Instagram and Facebook. And that's the main places we do stuff. I try to keep the website up to date, but I'm pretty behind on the website right now. So, I mean, technically, I think all of the teen stuff is correct. But some of those other pages, not so much. And I don't do the calendar on the website, so the calendar is usually a little more accurate and up to date. Aside from the Battle of the Bands thing. But, I think it worked out okay. Anything else?
On the 10th and 11th, there is a book sale, but this video will be on YouTube after those are.
I mean, we could, since we got it done, we could post it earlier. I don't think that anybody's really paying super attention to when it posts, mostly because this year we haven't done a good job of posting when we said we would. So, I mean, and early's fine. I think early's better than late, and most of them have been late, so, yeah. But yeah, there is a book sale. That one should, I mean, I always like a good book sale. Find interesting things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bought
We
a lot of
also
books.
got a cookie bake-off thing on the 20th
Yes.
that I signed up to do.
Yes, everybody can do that one. Shelley does. It used to be Chocolate Lovers Bake Off. But they, 20 years of chocolate decided they wanted to try something different. And so they're going to do cookies. Should be fun. I'm excited. We end up with a lot of leftovers when they do the bake off, so can't go wrong with that. It's kind of an intense sneeze. Trying to think. I don't know if there's anything else we have going on that teens would participate in other than, the teen stuff. Shelley usually does some pretty good stuff that, like, everybody enjoys. I know the Iditarod, like, the dogs are coming, but I don't remember when. I think it's in March. She usually tries to time it to March because of Iditarod, which is because of the Iditarod. It follows the, like, a lot of libraries, especially like in Alaska that are closer to the Iditarod, they do like Iditarod is for the course of the race, however long the race takes. But that would mean I'd have to be good at tracking the race, and so would our patrons. And I don't imagine that that's something that happens very well in this particular area. So we just do it for the whole month of March. But anything else of interest?
We've also got Artsy April performance night thingy in April.
Yes, we are switching that up a little bit, and because the last couple of years, a lot of the artsy April stuff had kind of fallen by the wayside. Not because we weren't trying to do stuff, but like all of my artsy kids had mostly artsy and performing kids had mostly graduated, and we were having trouble getting new people to do things. And so this year we're still gonna display artwork and stuff, but we're gonna it's gonna be like teens and adults and anybody in the community. And last year's Meet the Artist Night went well, so we said we'd do that again. And we're gonna work with Shelley on that one. And this year we're gonna add in performance for Meet the Artist Night. So at some point I'll have to figure out how to do that, but at some point we'll get up some like registration forms with a sign up to perform, and then however many performers we get, you'll get a time slot and you'll get to do stuff. You can sing, because you could do that. If anybody had poetry or wanted to do poetry readings, that would be good. If you had an instrument, you could play that. No recorders. That is my one rule for, like, everything. No recorders. You can bring a kazoo, but no recorders.
What about drums?
Drums are fine.
Loud drums.
All drums are loud. Or at least most of them. I don't think I've ever seen a quiet drum. But, no. That would be cool. Like, any kind of performance-y type thing you could do. Because when Shelly and I talked, we thought we'd put you, like, where the magazines are over there, where that like little chunk of wall is like the little white wall that kind of is indented. That's a good spot to like, plus there's an outlet there. You know, kind of like do some performance stuff there. That'd be kind of cool. Shelly's all excited. She thinks it's the best idea, and I'm just like, we'll see. I said I know I have at least one person, but like we'll see how it goes. Should be fun. We always like to try new things because sometimes those things work out well. Not always, but sometimes.
I've also got a little bit of artwork to show off.
Nice. That'll be fun.
I don't.
We usually get some good stuff. We've got some, you know, usually a couple people who paint and a couple of people who do like stuffed animals and more fabric-y type things. One year we had a kid who brought in a sculpture. That was kind of cool. Like, it was, well, it wasn't very big. It was, you know, like, maybe 1.5 feet tall. It fit in the glass display case. Like, it wasn't, like, human-sized sculpture. It was, like, little. And it was, like, paper mache and wire and stuff. So it wasn't, like, nobody chiseled it out of marble. But, I mean, if you can chisel out of marble, we'll take it. That's pretty neat. But...
That's why I thought you meant about sculpture.
Yeah, no. wasn't that kind of sculpture, but that would be cool if you can do that. We'll take it. Anything else?
No.
No? That's a pretty good amount of stuff. I mean, we've been talking for just about almost 40 minutes, and we've talked mostly library stuff, so I mean, that's pretty cool. Usually we go off on weird tangents of things. And I don't care what Hannah says, my royal family tangent wasn't that weird.
You cut it out of the video.
It did. The iPad got mad because it ran out of storage, and so like the video was missing the tail end of it. But unless you're into that kind of thing, you didn't miss much. Even if you are into it, you didn't miss much because it's not like I'm any kind of expert.
Yeah, the video ended kind of abruptly.
It did, yeah. I was like, ah.
I don't think it started like that too.
Sometimes it does, yeah. Yeah, I don't do video editing, so like it just, what you see is what you get, which is why sometimes it's a little weird.
Yeah, the last few videos were like that.
Yeah, but yeah. Well, we don't have anything else. It's nice to talk to you. Always kind of fun, a little interesting. Get different people in doing stuff because I think poor Cambria's been in almost every single one of them this year because somebody didn't show up or somebody couldn't be here or somebody. So yeah, it's always nice to switch it up a little bit. But